Hello and welcome back to my channel. Today's video I have a little wig tutorial for you guys. So you want to make your wig look a little bit more natural, like it's growing out of your head. I got you on that. I got you. It really only takes me about 3 days to a week to like a wig and be happy with how it looks. And this is the final look of this one. Very elvish. Also the color, I love it. Which you guys saw in the other video on how to do that. If you want to know how I boiled the dye into this wig, that was my previous video, so go check that out. In this video, we're only going to be talking about how to style a wig. Styling is kind of stressful because everything is quite permanent because the hair does not grow back, so you have to be on point with this. So I'm going to help you with some beginner tips on how to style wigs because I too am new to the wig world, which is honestly like the best place to be. Some disclaimers right here. This is for human hair wigs. Also, this is just for like straight hair or whatever it is. This isn't about like other hair textures like 4C, because I'm sure you have to style those differently. Also, this is not a tutorial for anyone that wants their forehead and the wig where they, you know, lay together. I guess laying your wigs. I do have a couple tips for that, but I have no desire to style a wig to where my forehead is showing because your girl hates her forehead, so you got a fringe. Also, I want to point out that this is really just for human hair wigs. A lot of the styling is gonna be for human hair, but if you have synthetic wigs, you can kind of make it look real if you use dry shampoo, because with synthetic wigs, it looks very shiny. I'm not a fan of synthetic wigs. There's not much you can do. You can do a good amount, but I prefer human hair just because I play around too much with it. The first thing you want to do is take it right out of the package from VP Fashion. Here's a code for you. So take it right out of the package, and what you want to do is run it under some water. It can be in the shower or the sink, it doesn't really matter. Just wet it. And then you want to figure out whether you want to part it middle part, side part, whatever you want to do. Sideways, diagonal, horizontal part. I don't fucking know. As long as it lays flat. The flatter that it is in this point, I feel like the more natural it looks. If it's really like bumpy and a lot of hair and voluminous in that area, it's gonna look fake, it's gonna look like a wig. This right here is a mannequin head, and you're gonna want to put the wig on top and part it. I usually just put it on top of my own head and part it, and then put it on top of this head and let it dry. You can get that at Sally's. I'm not too sure how much it is. I'm gonna say like $5, somewhere around $5, I'm assuming. It's literally just styrofoam. Anyway, oh, make sure you also get the pins for this so you can actually pin the wig into the thing. It will not damage the wig. You don't have to worry about that. And then it also has a post right here whether you can put on a stand or a weight so it doesn't move around. Next thing you want to do is once it dries, put it on your head. I definitely do not recommend cutting the wig when it's off your head, especially if you're a beginner. You don't want to do that unless it's like the back of the wig, then cool. But for the front of the wig, I do not recommend that at all. You can definitely mess it up, and only make the basic cuts that you want to do. Like the very, very basic cuts. Like if you plan to have bangs, maybe you just cut it like to here before you cut it up here or whatever, you know what I mean? So just do basic cuts only. That's all you need to do. Please do not mess up this part. This is like the most crucial part in the whole entire thing. I use 2 pairs of scissors. I have thinning out scissors from VP Fashion, and then I have normal scissors from Sally's. If you're happy with the cut, just the basic layout, dye the wig. Okay, Cool. Let it dry overnight. Next morning, wear that wig all day. You'll probably be bothered by a couple hairs. You'll take some selfies and you'll be like, that looks weird. At this point, when you get back home or whatever you need to do, go ahead and cut the wig again. You'll probably make some cuts that you're a little bit more confident with, but once again, be very, very careful. Also, on the second day of wearing the wig, I kind of make some stylizing points. That's probably when I added my first braid into this hair and decided I'm gonna make this into more of like an elvish style of wig, because this is kind of like a natural hair color. It's ginger and stuff like that, so I wanted to enjoy it because I can't enjoy natural hair colors for too long. So I made it into a cute little elvish wig. So I put in these braids and I cut some more hair, and then I straightened it and made sure it looked good. I start to tweezer the part that I like. So I found a part after the last couple of days of wearing the wig that I'm committed to. So I start to pluck it so it looks a little bit less voluminous there, and you can see some of the wig cap, and then any parts that are like pulled up tightly, you want to do the same thing too. Like if this was a little bit tighter, I would have plucked a little bit more, but it's kind of like a loose braid. One of the biggest tips that I have for you is going to be foundation or concealer. It's up to you which one you want to use. I personally use foundation. Concealer, I don't really feel it, honestly, but I just put some foundation and concealer right here on the scalp, and it looks pretty good. If you have too much, I feel like, I'm like looking into the camera, and I feel like right in this area I might have like messed up. But if you have too much, you can either just like rub it out or like wet the hair, so it doesn't look like you have foundation on the hair, but just where the scalp would be. You just want to make like a line, so it looks like it is growing out of your scalp, as you can see, like right there. If I turn it right here, and then of course, like I said earlier, if I made this tighter, I would put foundation right here, and then all that. If you have a wig that needs to be laid, where like, you know, the bangs are up and you can see the forehead, or where it comes in contact, or, you know, a little bit more like this rather than like on my face, you're gonna want to lay it down with got-to-be glue. There are plenty of videos on YouTube on how to lay wigs. I personally don't do it because that's not my style. I don't like showing my forehead. So if you do that, you probably want to twig out this a little bit more and have some like baby hairs. If you ever style the wig into a different part, you have to do this again. So let's say one day you want to style it into some really cute pigtails. You can do that. You can put them up and then take it off, put it on the mannequin head, and then go through it, tweeze it, and then put the concealer, and then put it back on your head, and it should look so good. Another disclaimer that this is only for like full lace wigs. I'm not talking about the wigs that like in the back, you can see like the tracks going around if you look at the inside. This is only if the whole thing is just like lace and you have like 3 pins and all that. So, but other than that, those are honestly all the tips that I have for making your wig look a little bit more realistic. Hopefully they help you, and I hope you enjoy this video. If you have any questions at all, I'm sure there are plenty of wig wearers in the comments that can help you, so just put them down there and I will also try to answer them. If you have any synthetic wig tips, go ahead and put them down below, and if you have any wig tips about laying wigs, because I am not experienced in that, go ahead and put them down below as well. I highly appreciate it if you do. And yeah, I hope to see you guys in the next video. Thank you so much for watching this. I greatly appreciate it, and make sure you check out all my links down below if you want to check me out on any other websites, or you miss seeing Kiwi on anything else, and subscribe if you want to. Okay, I'll see you guys in the next video. Bye!